Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's Belinda here from Visualized NZ. By now you would have probably seen the All Things Roses digital kit that is on offer from the Junk Journal Studio. 10 members of the design team, including Michelle herself from the Junk Journal Studio, are doing projects with this gorgeous set of papers from All Things Roses. And the kit, the main kit, the journal pages are free, but you're running out of time to grab them. So free until the end of February. And to get hold of them, you need to visit each person's channel and go to the video where they are offering that and watch the video to find out how to grab the freebies. Please subscribe, like, comment. Doing so on each of our videos really helps us out. It really helps our videos to be seen by more people, helps us to grow and to be able to bring you more creative content. So I did my project last week using my freebie, this beautiful set of papers. So there's 6 pages in my freebie from Michelle. I will have all the links down below for my freebie and for the channels of all the design team members, including Michelle, but only my freebie will be linked in the description box. You need to go to each person's channel in order to grab their part of the freebie. Okay, so you can't just like go to one person's video and download the lot. No, that would be cheating, wouldn't it? Okay, so I made this last week. If you haven't seen this, I'll also try and remember to link this video, just in case you haven't seen it. So the only thing I did off camera was I completed this journal card that goes into this tuck. So very simple project, just utilizing the beautiful papers and the ephemera kit, which is available on Etsy. So these fussy cut elements are available on Etsy already. If you are watching this video after the freebies after the end of the month, when the freebies are no longer available as freebies, they will be available to purchase on Etsy. So you won't miss out per se. Just means you'll have to pay a little bit for them. But believe me, the price is like, they're so beautiful. You will want these regardless. So that's my project from my video last week. Today I'm going to work with some more of the freebies. I wish I had time to do everybody's freebies, all 10 people's, but I'm simply not, because we've got less than a week to go. But today I have got this set of freebies. I believe I've got these the right way round. These are from Joey143 Jenny, so they can be grabbed from Jenny on her channel. And this set here from Peggy over at the Paper Bumblebee. So again, all those links will be down below, so you can find these people and go grab the freebies. So let's have a wee look at these ones from Jenny. I'm not going to work with these ones today, I don't think. And then I've already backed some of them. So that's another of the freebie pages. I don't think I backed these. This beautiful distressed stripe in pink. Aren't the colours just gorgeous? They're so pretty. This beautiful lace one with some text on it. And this floral one is that, yep, that's the last page in those. So pop those aside because I'm going to be working with these ones from Peggy. So this gorgeous floral here, and I've backed that with one of the pages from her freebies. This gorgeous floral, which is a larger version of this floral with text in the background. And I've backed that with this pink version of the lacy corner one. I love, probably one of my favorite pages. I just love this lace, the corners, the text in the middle. There's just something really special about it. And then this one here, which is a gorgeous green, and I have not backed that one. And I'm going to start with this page. actually before I do that, hold the fort. I'm going to start with this one, because this one is going to be a journal page. And I want to remember that's what it's going to be. Like nothing, well, I was going to say nothing special, but it's beautiful paper, so it's very special. But just a journal page. But I want to make sure I don't forget that that's what I'd intended. So I'm going to just do that right now. And then we have created a journal page. So super easy, not rocket science. And normally I'd take this to my big guillotine and chop it, but it's too big for my desk and it's in another room. So I'm just going to do my tried and true method of how I always used to do it: a ruler and a knife. Or you can just simply take a pair of scissors and cut it off, as another way that I do it as well, depending whether I'm doing it at home or out and about. This fussy cutting is something I enjoy taking out with me to do if I'm spending a day out. And if you print borderless, well, how lucky are you? My printer, it's really weird. My printer will print borderless if I put it on photo setting, but not any other time. So it's like, what's up with that, people? If it can do borderless, it should be able to do borderless no matter what type of paper you're printing on. That's my theory anyway. So that's all trimmed down, ready to go. And I did not check the back to see that I'd taken all the white off. And yep, that's pretty good. So I'm just going to fold it in half. And we've done our journal page. How easy is that? And I'm only doing this on camera because I just didn't want to forget what I had planned for it and end up using it and wasting the fact that I'd already double-sided it. So, perfect journal page. I am going to definitely be doing a rose journal because this kit's amazing. It's just beautiful. Okay, so here we go to this page. So this time I am going to just go in with scissors. So I'm showing you lots of different options for something so basic as cutting out your papers. I've printed all of these on 100 GSM presentation paper. So it's just a little bit heavier than copy paper. And it's beautiful, smooth and whiter than the copy paper that I use. And it definitely does make a difference into the print. I haven't used anything, apart from cardstock, I haven't used anything heavier than 100 GSM. But I'd be really keen to try some heavier paper, you know, sort of better quality paper. But it's not cheap, is it? Like this presentation paper is, you know, a bit ouchy, and it's nowhere near as bad as what some of them can be. So one day when I'm rich, I might invest in some really nice reams of printer paper. Yeah, that's going to be a while away, if ever. Who knows? Right. So we've trimmed that up. So again, the project I'm making today is not super difficult or revolutionary or anything. It's just fun using these pages and maybe a little bit of inspiration. So I am going to make a paper bag from this beautiful page. I'm just going to fold it roughly into segments, and all I'm really making sure is that it's going to fit on a page. So I've got a standard sort of width journal page here, so I want to take up most of the page, so do a little bit less of an overlap than what I had originally folded that as. So about there I think's good. Oops, not folded straight. That's very fine. How do you do? Just give that a recrease to straighten it up a bit. And I might even go in with my little tool here just to make sure it doesn't slip back to that first crease I made where it wasn't straight. Okay, so I'm going to fold up the bottom here. So this is the method of making a paper bag that Rachel from Roxy Creations did, and I have modified how she did it so that it has doesn't have a fold line down the back, but I'm not going to do that today because I'm going to be gluing this onto the page, so it doesn't worry me to have an extra fold line. So now I'm going to fold down the top once and then a second time. I can't seem to fold straight for the life of me today. Right, and I did that round the wrong way. I should have done the first fold first. Did you just listen to what I said? The first fold first? Well, duh. The deeper fold first is what I meant. Because I should have made that deeper one first. But it doesn't matter. It still works. Okay. So, for the bottom, I'm going to take off both corners. Cutting slightly outside of the fold line on an angle towards where the fold lines meet. Where is my fold line? There it is. Sometimes hard to see in the light, and we don't need those corner bits, so they can go in your collage pile or in your bin, depending whether you want to use them or not. I'm just setting them aside and I will decide that later. Okay, so that's our bottom of our bag. It's going to fold up there. Now I have to think about this because I sometimes get it round the wrong way. So this is the back of our bag. So this center part needs to be folded down right to that deeper fold line. Just cutting slightly in beside the fold line, just slightly. You don't want to go too far or you're going to end up with white showing. And that's the front of our bag. So that gets glued right down, and I am just going to use tacky glue. I just don't want to get all stuck up with the glue stick. So just going in here. You've probably seen this done a zillion times, but in case there's somebody new, it doesn't take long, so we may as well just revisit. And it's actually been a while since I've made one. I went through a phase of making heaps because I love them. Whoops, and I've just didn't quite cut enough off that. I'm just going to do a wee sliver. Because you don't want it interfering with that fold there. And sorry, I'm a bit distracted. There's very loud noises coming from under the house, which means cats, and cats getting up to mischief, probably scrapping. And it's very, very distracting. Right, so then that folds in there, and I'm just going to... No, it's not coming from under the house, it's coming from the ceiling cavity. Sorry, I'm highly distracted, and that's not good. Okay, so I just need to take a little snip off here from the other side of the fold line, because it's peeping out at me on the side of the bag. I do apologise for that distraction. I've totally felt like I lost the plot for a moment. Didn't know what I was doing or where I was while I was just shocked, I guess. Right, just giving that a wee look. Make sure it's looking good. These are going to be trimmed in anyway, so actually what I just did then didn't matter, but oh well. Right, so we're going to, actually that goes on the outside. Yes, that goes on the outside, so that one needs to come down a bit more. Can you tell it's been a while since I've made one? I'm having to go in and fix up things because it's been a while. Sometimes it's like that when you make a whole bunch of things. You make them and then you don't need to make them for a while because you have heaps on hand, and then you need to go do it again and you forget how you did it. Right, okay, so let's glue these side flaps down now, and then I'll set it aside to dry and do the decorative edging when it's dry, or hopefully when it's dry. And we'll go into the second part of what I want to do, which is what we're going to put inside this cute little paper bag. Well, it's not Snuggles up in the ceiling because she just walked through the lounge. But I think she heard because she's headed out the door and she only just came in. So, cat's distracting the heck out of me today. Right. So now glue on this side, this edge, and glue on this edge. Oops, not straight, doesn't matter, it'll be fine. Glue that together. Could have done with a little bit more off that edge actually still, so let's just do that now while I've still got an opportunity. That's better, much better. Okay, and I'm just going to do a U of glue on this bottom flap. Oh, she just came racing back in. Obviously she didn't find anything she was really keen on outside. So there's our paper bag. All I need to do now is I will take off these corners, give them the little paper bag shape corners, and then with my decorative scissors we'll give it a crunchy top, but we'll wait till it's dry. So that's going to go on a page. I don't know what page yet, so I'm not going to glue it down now, but that's going to take up a good portion of a page, and now we're going to fill it with something awesome. We also can decorate that. If we get time, I will look at doing that. Right. Let's trim this page down so we can start playing with it. I should have prepared this earlier, shouldn't I? But oh well. It doesn't take too long. Right. And actually, I want to do that. I want it to be able to fit inside our bag, so we need to lose some. I don't think it matters which side we lose. I'm going to try and measure the size without measuring. I think that's good. Hopefully that's good size. Yep, that looks pretty good to me. We can always trim a bit more. I thought if I fold it in half, then I can fit it in my guillotine and chop the top and bottom off. And it will just save me a bit of mucking around, I guess. I'm going to grab out the knife and the ruler or the scissors. So just trimming off the white and also this edge here. So we're going to have a fun scrap. go. Look at that fun scrap. Isn't that nice? I wonder if we'll have a way of using it where we can still see both sides. Possibly not. Right. It fits like a glove, but probably too much like a glove. I need a little bit of wiggle room because we're going to be putting things inside this, which is going to fatten it up, which then could make it a little bit trickier to get in and out of the pocket. So I'm just going to slim it down just a tad, about 1/8 of an inch, give or take. Oh, it seems a shame to waste those, but I'm not sure that they're entirely usable, so I'm going to close my eyes and throw them at the bin. Well, you know, not quite. I did open my eyes, just like, not really throwing them out, you're just putting them away in a different place where eventually they'll be burnt or something. Right, so I'm going to turn this into a little like notebook, notepad type thing that's going to go inside our little pocket. So not a hard project at all, not a revolutionary project, but just something fun. So I'm going to grab out some papers to put in here. So let's go a bit of coffee dyed. Oh, I do apologise for the squeaky chair. A bit of coffee dyed diary paper. A bit of plain, not coffee dyed, grid paper. In fact, why don't we use this one that's already cut, because that will save some cutting, although I still need to trim it down, so it doesn't matter, does it? What else? I'm just fossicking around, sorry. Gosh, I'm sorry, I've gone completely absent, haven't I? I found this green food colouring dyed one. It's been bubble dyed, you know, blowing the bubbles into the solution and putting the paper on top. I think I'll switch that out for the coffee dyed one, so that we've just got a variety. Do we want any more than 3? Do I need to look for something else? I don't want to take a lot of time by fluffing around, because I feel like I've done that already. How about we put a bit of map? This is a gorgeous old map. Isn't it gorgeous? Love it. So browned and fragile and gorgeous. Good. And I've already used some of it. Hen and chickens. No date, I don't think, so I don't know when it's from, but it's old. It is old and absolutely fabulous. Has no relevance to roses at all. But I don't want to waste it, so I want to be careful how much I tear off. It's a little unwieldy to work with, so I'm going to tear it along this fold line because it wants to tear there anyway. It's developing holes along that point. I think I'll save that bit for something else. And this bit, all this lovely old grunginess I want to retain, and I want it to be slightly smaller. than my cover page. Let's fold it. Doesn't matter if the pages are all different sizes. In fact, I think that's quite nice. So I'm going to take it down there and then tear it off at that point. So all this lovely grunginess, or some of it, I want to retain as part of the page because I think that's fun. It's very hard to try and tear it. It's like, where do you grab it that you don't just crunch it up and destroy it? There we go. We got there. My goodness, I made a mission of it. Okay, and let's do the height now. Oh, cats are up to mischief. They just charged through the house. Did you hear them? That is not straight. But that's okay. We can live with not straight. Do I want to put this bottom really grungy part in where it's all tatty and lovely? I think so. Because grungy can be pretty too, you know. I believe so. Right. Just got a little corner up here. Are you creating trouble, Georgie? Chasing your sister? Poor Snuggles has been in the wars lately. She's got a burst abscess under her chin. So I don't know where she got it from, like what cat did it to her, whether it was a sibling or someone else. But yeah, so she's been a bit quiet lately as she's been recovering from that. Right, okay, let's do our diary page. It will need to be trimmed down. Do I want to lose the top or the bottom? That is the question. I'm just going to keep tearing with the ruler. I think I'm going to take it under the day of the week. So the date, it will be probably completely wrong for anyone using the journal, but you can just cover it over. No real trouble. Okay, just arbitrarily choosing a place to tear it off. It's very thick paper, this diary paper. Good quality diary. It's not one of the thin variety. Oh, my tummy just gurgled. Okay, so that's going to go in there. We may not need that page. Let's just go with this one. We don't want to get it too bulky and then have problems with it fitting in our paper bag. So let's just do 3 pages. Still going to have ample writing space and something that can be removed and written on, taken with you. You know, if you're going out somewhere, take it with you, write your notes, and then tuck it back into your journal at the end of the day. Or even at the end of your holiday. It's got enough writing space you could, you know, take it away for a week. Depending how much you journal. You know, how much you would write in a day. I think you're up to mischief, Georgie. He's now checking out to see if his other sister is around to bug. Fortunately, she's not. Can I tear this bit off? Poor Georgie. He's looking for someone to play with and nobody wants to play with him. Right. So this is like very similar to a coffee dyed. So I'm going to put coffee dyed in the middle. So we've got layers of yumminess there. so cool. Right, I'm going to show you a little trick. You may or may not have seen this. I'm going to staple it, but my little stapler here, it's not long enough. It's not going to reach in to get staples in the middle. Now you could choose to sew it, you could put elastic around it, you know, you could bind it however you like. But if you'd like to staple it, here's a wee trick. You need a stapler that opens out, so you need to be able to flick it right open like that, okay? And you need an eraser. So if you've seen this already, my apologies for showing you something that's not new, but maybe it's new for somebody out there. Now I want my staples to be on the inside, like the ends of the staples to be on the inside. You can do it the other way around if you prefer. And I'm going to put my spine, my fold line here, on top of my eraser, and you've got the wee divot at the end of your stapler where the staples come out. Now you're going to try, it's not the simplest, it can go offline, but you're going to try and line that little divot up with your fold line. And I perhaps don't want to go that close to the end. And to try and see whether you're straight, I try, oops, I need to swing it around. I try and look at both sides and then push down, and I'm right on the fold line. Okay, so turn it over, carefully pull your rubber off your eraser, and then very carefully, because these little prongs are sharp, you need something to help fold them over. So I use a finger to hold it upright, otherwise it's going to go backwards and forwards and be annoying. So hold it with one finger or a pair of tweezers or something, and then fold your prongs in. Fold them over. And if they go slightly crooked, just give them a little push until they're down. And that's how you do stapling together where you don't have a stapler that's long enough. So now I'm going to do the other end, and I think something this big I would do 3 staples. So again, I'm trying to line up on my fold line. If it goes astray, you can just pull the staple out and try again, or you can just force the pages to fold over where the staples are, and it will still work, just won't look quite the same, but yeah, still works. Most of the time I'll just force the pages to comply to where the staples are, because usually don't get it too far off. Oh, I just noticed the bottom of my stapler's broken. It's cracked. Wonder when that happened. Never noticed it before. Obviously rough treatment. Okay, so now we're going to shoot for the middle. I've done pretty well with those first 2. Let's see if we can keep it up. Yes, bang on. Wow, I'm super impressed. I think that's the best I've ever managed to do that. So, woohoo. Fold this down. Once you've got one down, the other one doesn't tend to move the same. And there we've got 3 staples in for our little booklet. And I'm just going to give it a wee test run into our paper bag. Look at that, and see how I said it's going to get a little fat. I didn't want it too tight in the paper bag. Okay, so we are done with the bases, and all that's left is to have a play with decorating. So how fun's that? How are we going on time? Oh, we've got some time. Let's have a play. Now I haven't distressed everything, and I do want to. Just wondering about whether I round the corners on this. Do I want to round the corners? I am thinking I might like to. I'm just going to use my punch board. I'm going to see if I can do both sides at once. Is it going to work? Yes, it did. Oh, no, it didn't. It did one side, it didn't do the other. Okay, let's try that side again. That's better. Okay, let's just do one at a time then. Annoyingly. Thought it would save us a bit of time, but here we go. There is text on this, so I just want to make sure that I get the text up the right way. And yes, I did get the diary page up the right way, and the map. So you can write on this, still perfectly writable, but aged. It's got age spots and lovely tattiness. Oh, it's just gorgeous. Love it. Authentic age, that, people. Authentic age. Right, let's give it some fun edging here. Oh, it's been super cold here today. The sun is shining and it's all blue sky out there, but there's a cold easterly and it's just cold inside. So cold. I've been freezing all day and freezing last night. I didn't sleep very well because I was so cold I couldn't get to sleep. And I had the electric blanket on, I had a winter nightie on, I had a blanket on the bed. And we're still in summer here. And I'm geared up like it's the mid of winter. Like, just ridiculous. Ridiculous. So I'm suffering some of the effects of being cold, like my nose keeps wanting to drip and my hands are cold, and you know, trips to the bathroom a little bit more frequently than one would perhaps prefer, or what is normal when it's, you know, when you're not feeling cold. The trials of life. And I feel like I'm due for another drink. I haven't got one on my table at the moment. I just finished one before I put the camera on, so I thought, oh, I won't make another one at this point. And now I'm feeling like, oh, I really need a drink. Right, I will also distress around the inside, but I'm not going to take time to do that on camera. I will do that off camera. So I've got here my little bin of all things roses. So just going to flip that open. Is it going to slide in between? Not really. I took this to do fussy cutting and an envelope to put stuff in, and then actually didn't do any. So straight away this rose is just floating around by itself. Wondering whether we want to put that there. And I've got pages from my freebie in there as well, some offcuts and bits and pieces. So what am I feeling? Do I want a stamp or do I want a nice big fussy cut flower? Oh, so many choices. Like there's literally, oh, what about one of these even? If I can grab it out so you can even see it. So this is the ephemera kit that's available on Etsy right now. Like this girl's really sweet. I want to see what she looks like on the paper bag. So yes, I intended to have these all cut out and haven't got there yet, so please excuse me while I do a bit of fussy cutting. Trying to rush it, so I'm not cutting very well. That's okay. It's very forgiving, you know. You don't have to be too pedantic about fussy cutting. As long as you don't cut off like a finger or a nose, you can pretty much get away with stuff if you just happen to trim it a little bit further in than what the design is. And of course, if you end up with white, then just give it a little ink, unless it's a big bit of white, and then just give it another trim up. Sometimes I think I'm too perfectionist when I'm cutting out, so to challenge myself to do it quickly is interesting. I'm just looking, yeah, if I put it up here, then I keep this flower down here. Probably want to layer that up a bit. I'm going to have to close this because it's going to be in my way. So we're going to just have to live with opening and closing it. Or why don't we be sensible and just grab the stuff out and put the container on the floor. You won't be needing those, so I'll leave those in there. That's better. I've got a bit of room back. Right, some book page. A bit of poetry here. Is there anything about roses on here? That would be good, wouldn't it? Doesn't look like there's anything about roses, so we'll just take this top portion. This is, oh, is there more than one page there? No? Oh, it's just very thick. It's a 1928 book, and the paper's a bit thicker than I thought it was going to be. Don't think I want that up the top there. The person's name and the line. There's a little bit of the line, that's okay. I like this side better. Something like that. Perhaps if we move this out the way while I have a think, might just make it a little easier. I need to just dress this as well. Oh, we need to do the choppy chop with my decorative scissors. The fun cut, make a lovely jaggedy edge. So this should be well and truly dry now. So let's take the top off there and give it that fun paper bag effect top. Whoops. There we go. And so when I glue this on the page, I'll probably do it either a side pocket or a top pocket as well, because, you know, maximize the space. And I think I just need to take a moment to distress it as well. So this is a little bit new for me because I haven't done a paper bag with a little notebook inside. So I thought that would be quite fun. A little different rather than just putting a journal card or a big tag in. And I wanted something that would take up, you know, a good portion of the page. So it's pretty much going to take up a whole page, which is super fun. Get those edges as well. Let's do this while we're at it. There you go. That's that done. I don't think I'll distress the book page. That's fine. Don't want it in the center. Lose an edge of that, I think. Off to the side, I'm going to glue that down. I think I'll use glue stick for this. I just need to make sure I know where I'm putting it, so I'll just sit that there for now. So about there. Kind of get it straightish. I want just a little peep of the book page on that side. So we've got more on this side. And so I don't get glue on the front of the image, I'm going to use tacky glue. I switched glues backwards and forwards to my whim, really. Sometimes there's no rhyme or reason, it's just whatever my hand lands on, or just what I feel like, or what my eye sees first. Often it's because I don't want to get the mess of a glue stick, but sometimes it's not even that thought out. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, she's so sweet. It's lovely. Do we want to add anything else? Do have some fun labels that we could stamp something on. Just find the right page here in the stack. If I brought them closer, it might be easier. And you get something pretty to look at as well while I look. Got those fun little tea cards. I'm thinking more of a label. Or what about one of these? What colour? So we could either match it to the flowers or to the tealy greeny colour. And what size? Maybe the bigger one. I was going to grab one of the plain ones and stamp something inside it, but came across these first. Oops. Just going to put the lid on my glue before it clogs up on me. Get a nice little edging with our distress ink. I am using Vintage Photo. I often don't say what I'm using, but most people probably recognize it or just know, because a lot of us do use Vintage Photo, but it pays to say every now and then. Or we could just pop it down here. I actually like it down here, I think. There's this spot here that seems to be crying out for it. Let's just pop it down there. Not going to put any book page or anything behind it. I think that would be a bit much. So just pop that in there. Sweet. So that's the paper bag. I am happy with that. I think that's super cute. We didn't distress along that top, so we need to just, should have done this before I glued it together, but you know, I didn't, so it's not too bad to get in there and do it afterwards. Here we go. So just constantly checking things, that things fit, that how things are looking. I think that's so cute. So if I did put it on the page as a pocket, yeah, this takes up the whole page, so I'd probably tend to do a side pocket if anything, and then maybe a little tab sticking out past the side of the page, that would work okay. I didn't think about the height of this in terms of the height of the page, but fortunately it's fine. But yeah, do think about the height of your little notebook inside. Right, so we've done that. Let's decorate this up. How are we going on time? Oh, we're almost done. So let's see how quickly we can grab something out. We've got this rose image here. Do we want to use that? Normally I'd go into all those little circles and cut them out, but it is quite time consuming. Something I enjoy doing actually, and one day when I get my scan and cut working properly and work out how to use it properly, maybe replace the blade. It's probably half the problem. That will do that for me. Won't that be nice? That's something to look forward to on the one-day list. But for now, we can just ink those. Yeah, I quite enjoy the manual process of cutting those little circles out, and I love the effect. And it's the effect, you know, the look that you get when you've done the work that makes it all worthwhile. Just and makes it satisfying because you can see the difference and it just looks super cool. Worth taking the time if you're not on camera. See, that looks, I think that looks fine without them cut out. So maybe that there, maybe we'll use another bit of this. Just kind of trying to see whether there's anything objectionable on it, because a lot of this poetry talks about death and that sort of thing, and like this one's the widow of Glencoe, this one's the morality. It's like, and I'll love no more. Like, how depressing is that? So maybe just a sliver in it then doesn't seem quite so bad, because you're just getting little bits here and there. Just turn it over, see what the other side looks like, because there was some I think that's okay. That side's not. Yeah, the more I look, the more I'm seeing words that I'm like, oh, yeah, no, don't want that. Grief, gloom. Maybe that's not the bit. I'm running out of time and I'm busy. That's better. Okay, sweetly, yes, expressive, sweet breathing, perfumes. That's much better. I just pop that down on that side. So let's glue this. I think I like the glue stick with the torn book page because it, you know, those raggedy edges are going to be all glued down with the glue stick. Whereas with the tacky glue, it might not go right to the edge. So just trying to think about why I grab for certain glue sometimes without processing why. I think perhaps that's why I tend to use glue stick with the book page, particularly when it's torn, just so it goes right out to the edges. Okay, that there. And I'm thinking, what else would I like to add? Do I want another label? Kind of thinking I'd like a word. But I might have to stamp a word. I can't actually remember whether there's any words in the ephemera kit, because I haven't cut it out yet. I don't specifically remember words. Let's have a wee flick through again. Beautiful. Look at the flowers. Oh, there's these words. That's right. There are words. and they come in different colours, so maybe the pink ones or the creamy neutrally ones might be what I'm after. That might blend in a bit much, so maybe we want the pink. This pink. There's also the black. The black might be quite fun for some drama. Love these tickets. Feeling like this one in here just to be annoying. Don't go for an easy one on the outside. No, 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 no. We want one in the middle that we've got to cut round. You know, if I'd already had them cut out, would be fine. I'd just grab one out of the pile. But no, I want this one in the middle. It says, roses never tell, they show. Oh, the cats seem to have settled down, gone about their business, wherever that is. Oh, yeah. Do I want it up? No, I think I need it up there. Do I want a bit of book page behind? Need a bit that's crossed. That's actually not going to be wide enough. This is very thin book page, this, in contrast. Yeah, I know on the other one, on the pocket, I said if I put another bit of book page it would be too much, but I'm just feeling like maybe, yeah, see, I like it there. Just tear off that bit. Right, unbury my glue pages. Sorry, I'm just gluing off to the side because I haven't got room to bring it across right now. I've kind of littered up my desk with stuff. Right. This is out of a encyclopedia, this page here. So it's slightly different font, different paper. Right, let's ink this and then we'll be done. So I'm sorry there was a bit there where I completely went silent and you couldn't even see anything happening because I was searching for papers and for being a bit distracted by cats and their antics. Never a dull moment when you've got 4 cats around, want cuddles or want attention, or they're chasing each other, or they're bringing in live prey. Yep. Or they want food. Puss, our oldest. Meow. Meow. I've only just eaten, but I want more food, Mum. Yep. Always something going on. There. Oh, isn't that so pretty? Like, honestly, these digitals are so beautiful. You don't need to do very much. And there's so many options in the ephemera kit that you just pick and choose what you want. And it makes it effortless. Here we go. So we've got our paper bag with our beautiful little booklet inside, which I will distress around the inside. I might put a pocket or something, but we're out of time to do that, so I might add a pocket in the front and even in the back, or a belly band even, something, probably pockets I think, so that you can tuck, you know, some stickers or some extra bits of paper or what have you in there. And then just that beautiful back is beautiful, right, just as it is, if I can get my words out. So there we go. There's a simple little project for you using stunning papers. Go check out the other creators in the design team. All the links are down in the description box. Grab your freebies And I highly recommend you grab the ephemera kit too, which is available on Etsy, because it's a huge lot of gorgeous, gorgeous ephemera and fussy cuts to play with. There's that one I was looking for that I thought I might stamp inside. You're not going to want to miss out. It's stunning, particularly if you like roses or nature or florals. You're going to love it. So there we go. Thanks for joining me. Take care, everybody. Have a great day, and I'll be back again soon. Bye for now.